It's time to do a rose. I love roses. Here we go. I'm Michelle Manriquez from Drop That Brush, and I want to help people who are non-artists become artists. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell. Picture the value study and the sketch. Look down in the descriptions, and you'll be able to click on those and print it out, or check out my Drop That Brush Facebook page. The pictures will be there also. First thing, it's my picture, so I have no issues with copyright issues. And I like this picture, but you don't really see, it's so light as a yellow flower that I didn't really like it that much. So I'm going to more a yellow orange colors, and I'm choosing to do that. I think that'll look nicer and give it more of a pop. This picture is mainly a light picture with a little bit of medium values and just a tad of dark values. So it's a little different. I'll probably make it a little darker just because I like that, but we'll see. But that's actually what you actually have when you're looking at the values study. There'll be what's it called? There'll be a card that shows you how to use the Notarizer app. We talked about last week's video, we did a limited palette, and we're using Aussie Red Gold, Coral, Ultramarine Rose, and Andrew's Turquoise by American Journey, which I originally started painting with American Journey. So, this is still a great paint. I just have kind of switched over. Turquoise, I still love this one. It's just beautiful color. So, and I kind of learned some things about it last week. So I'll tell you about it. Just watch the video and I'll tell you all about it. So let's go paint a rose. I'm gonna get my biggest brush and I'm going to spread color, not really worried about how it looks. Basically, I'm gonna use yellow and coral in this, and then I think I'm gonna go ahead, I have color, that's okay. All right, so I know that I'm gonna have color, and so I just want it, right? I'm all over the place. I don't care, and go, oh yes, it has to be perfect. No, I'm just giving a little color. And I know here, I have this shape. Now I have all this green here, which means I better put green there. It's gonna look weird. So let's do this. And what do you think? I don't know if I'm gonna like that. I'm gonna kind of tip it so it doesn't hit totally in the leaves. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this, and that should protect it a little bit. And again, I am having fun. It doesn't have to be perfect. Maybe I'll even do a little spray. So it's not, there you go, like that. Those are pretty. All right. I'm encouraging it to actually do just that. Okay, now I've done this on this side, so I better do something over here so it matches. I don't need to spend hours and hours playing with this. It's just the first wash. Nothing is too exciting. I do not want white on the edges though, like that. All right, so I'm gonna fix that. I have a little bit of color here. I think I'm okay with that. And some of this is all I'm doing is just spraying it just to make it so it flows nicely. You see the color, the mess I've got? Ooh, maybe it would be nice if I have a little color right here. Now I want you to look. This is really shiny. This isn't. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw some color on it, or color, because otherwise I think I'll get in trouble. And I just want color. Okay. Look at those gorgeous colors. Man, don't you love watercolor? All right, blow dry now. Stop playing. No more playing. Now, the first thing is I think I'm going to start in the center. It's one of the darker areas. Let's look at the shape. This shape, it comes up here. It comes up here. There's a little line and then it's over there. One shape. I'm going to paint the shape, not worrying about what it is. I know that there's a light here. This is dark too, mostly. So here we go. How do I gonna get kind of I think an orangey will probably be what we need. I could be wrong. I may change my mind in the middle of this, but I don't think so. So I'm gonna start, because I'm left-handed, I'm gonna start right here. I'm changing colors because I don't want it to be ugly. I hate when things are just boring. Can you see how juicy it is? I'm not fighting it. Isn't that lovely? Isn't it lovely? Can you see the shape? Now I gotta go someplace else because otherwise I'll get in trouble. And if I work on this side, I'll probably immediately put stuff. So let me go down. So we're gonna come up here working on this. So here's this shape. This is light, medium, and a darker shape. So light is, of course, the lightest light. I could do that. Now this has this really dark shape here. I can go ahead, because I know this is going to be darker, I can go ahead and throw some color here right now. It's not really the light yellow, it's kind of the stronger yellow. And you can see I'm kind of mixing it. And I'm just getting a color. And then I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna flip it over. And just kind of, some of it it may move. I'm not really freaked out. It doesn't really matter. It isn't going to hurt anything. There we are. Okay. Ooh, I love this. Do you see this? Oh, that's actually quite pretty. All right. Boy, I'm going to tell you, that's a shape. Can you see the shape? I am doing a shape. It's right here. I'm gonna flip it so it doesn't move. So it kind of, I thickened it up a little bit. Now there's a darker color, which I'm gonna go straight to kind of make it thick. So I'm making it really thick. I don't know if you can see it looking at this. It's very thick. I don't want it to move. And I do have, so if I'm gonna flip this way, pretty sure this is just a plain old yellow, and I'll just pop that in. Okay, now I know that this is plain old yellow. Ooh, I got a blossom. what do I do when I have a blossom? I just leave it alone. I can fix it, but it doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do it a big shape and then I'll fix it later. Maybe I like it. You know, that's the problem with you go, oh, yeah, I hate it. And you immediately go fix it. Sometimes you find out later, oh, I like that. Why did I do that? It looked nice. I think maybe I got this a little too dark, so I'm just gonna lighten it up a little bit. No big. You know, as long as you are working on light colors, you can fix it pretty easily. Now I'm gonna kind of mix it because I have different colors. I actually want it to be, you know, kind of not too vibrant. Do I want this hard edge? I don't think so. Now that I think about it, forget that. I don't like that. Because so I'm just gonna move this over here. Let's just coax it out. Because look, it's not moving. Did you guys catch that? That was interesting. It's like it didn't even move, which I didn't realize it would do that. It would be so difficult. Bad. Do I want to soften some edges? I think I am going to soften that. It just doesn't have to be that important. It's not a big, it's a secondary guy. And so I don't want it to be, you know, important. Let's do that. Yeah, I like that. All right, I also don't want that to be quite so important. So let's go ahead and just soften some edges. So, what do you do when you're doing something that is just really yucky? Number one, this comes off really easily. And what happened, just so you understand, I put that yellow on it, and because I had this in the background, this really got an ugly color. I don't even like this. So I'm going to do some spraying and maybe a little scrubbing. Okay, this is my scrubbing. I don't want to be rough. I just want to, but I also, see, this is so pretty. I don't want to mess that up either. So let's do the spray this way. I think this is better. I don't like it when things are so thick that it reminds me of, oh, what's it called? Acrylics. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I'm here to tell you, I didn't like that. And it's rare that I don't just stop in the middle and go, oh my God, I hate that. But I really, really didn't like that. All right, I would consider this piece done. I'm trying to see. This goes, I want you to see this. This actually goes, there's a light, and I can make that right there and soften that. Okay, this is behind, so I think I'm going to put this a little bit darker. Now, I'm going to come over here. I purposely love YouTube, I just saw something that to me was totally cool. So he uses a regular towel to clean, but putting it on here, and you put a little water here, and I put a little water there, and I flattened it a little bit with a book, and it's really flat. So we'll see how this goes, something new. You know, I'm always learning new things. Now, so I did this mess, and I'm gonna show you when I don't like, when I have a problem with something, I will use a Hansa yellow. I wasn't planning on using Hansa yellow, but well, it just kind of happened, so I'm gonna live with that. I think I got a little too dark down here, so I'm gonna fix that. Easy peasy. As long as the color is a light color, it's simple to wipe it off. There's a place in between. Now I saw that, but I messed it up. And so right here, okay, I'll clean that. Isn't that handy? No big deal. Now, obviously, that's not dark enough. So I have this shape that has a boo-boo. Not a big, I'm gonna fix it. And I think because now I've used some of this anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and just add that in. It has a vibrant feel about it, and I do like it. See, I found that this was a little duller than I like, so I wasn't thrilled with that. That's more vibrant, and that makes me happy. One thing, people who tell you you can't change watercolor, I change it all the time. I'm always doing something that I wasn't planning on, and oh, I didn't like that, and I make a change. Yeah, because I can see this really makes it really pop, and it wasn't popping as much as I want to. I want it to be beautiful. I want you to say, oh, look at that. I came back through and I'm actually throwing in some that yellow because I just think it looks more vibrant, more exciting. You have to tell me whether you like this or not. And do you understand? Do you think it was a good thing, or was it a bad thing and I never should have done it? Yeah, that happens too. working. This one has a little line too. See it? Kind of a gentle, just a little line. All right. Well, I kind of had technical difficulties. It does happen. I proceeded somehow to not tape something, and that was how I did the background. Seriously, whoops. So I'm going to show you. It's really easy. It wasn't that hard. By the way, if you see this mess, this is my grandchild. My grandchild also did this lovely thing. I have to let it dry, and then I have to shove it to the correct place. But so if you're wondering what that's there, that's why. So I'm still going to use coral, and I'm going to make it really thick. Ultramarine, rose, and then I'm going to place this without mixing this, because it's not pretty with it's mixed. I do allow it to go ahead and do things, but basically I got it wet, and I really came straight out of the barrel. So I'm going to start. It was no water, so really thick. And then I put a little this, and I just don't touch it. And it's pretty as long as I don't play with it, right? And so, and over here, I just wanted you to see it. So sorry. I totally skipped this. It's the weirdest thing. And that's all I did in the background. I went back and forth off of those, and really thick. And that's what you're seeing in the background. Okay, you got it? You know how to do it? Yay! What do you think? That's kind of pretty. I can live with that. Okay, I'm pretty okay with most of this. I do have one issue. See here? It looks weird when it's not on the other side. This definitely needs to be darker. All these hard edges. You see all these hard edges? All that has to be fixed. So before I go any further, I need to soften. I have a video that explains to you how to soften. And really, softening is a big thing. It will make such a difference in your work if you soften things. So I'm looking for this. This is the same value. So something has to be darker. I'm not sure what, but we're going to go with right here. And then I think what I'm going to do is right here, I'm just going to have a brighter color. Now, what is over here? That's a shadow. So that has to be darker. That was way too light. You know, the weird thing is, man, once you start putting the darks, everything just pops. It makes such a difference in your how things look. I'm using a Loew-Cornell 8, just because I'm gonna go back to this. I've decided I probably should have done this, but you know, live and learn, not the end of my world. All right. Calm it down. Now, basically, all I want to do is tuck this underneath. Does it look behind? I think it does. Enough that it is. And I don't have any real dark, so I'm going to tap a little bit of this. It's in throughout, so I think I can get by with it. I'm just trying to say, oh yeah, that's behind. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Ooh, look at that. I knew there was something wrong with that. Did I lose that entirely? Let me pull that out real fast. I'm pleased with that. That's all. That's good enough for that. I'm not, again, I don't want you to focus. I don't want you to go, oh, those are beautiful leaves. No. Ta-da! Leaf. I don't think it has to be a whole bunch of information. It's not an important part. So let's do the center. The center is what's going to make it all pop really good. So why was I drawn by this flower? I love shadows. And this has cool little shadows. I mean, really cool shadows. I'm gonna let that dry. Let me see, do I have anything maybe right here? I can see here there's a little line work. Here's the little line work. There. I'm kind of just waiting to see if I like that or if I hate it. If I hate it, well, what am I going to do? I'm going to go and play with it a little bit more, which is okay. Nothing wrong with that. See, most of this I did in and out of 2 different colors, 3 or 4 different colors. So I'm going to look. I say it's done. I could play. I know I could play, but do I really need to? You know, I have to tell you, watercolor, sometimes it just does things. And I don't always like what it does. And I wasn't sure if I could get by with the Don Andrews as something that I put into and mix because I don't think it looks good. So I'm not thrilled with the leaves, but that's okay. I had issues. It's okay. Nothing wrong with having issues. Hopefully I resolved it. If not, I will cut a piece off. It's not the end of my world. I love what I did with the rose. That makes me happy. Another painting done, and I had fun. Isn't that what we're supposed to be doing? Just have fun. So, if you want to paint along with me, there is the picture, the value study, and the sketch is in the description below, or drop that brush. If you paint it, do me a favor and put it on Drop That Brush Facebook. I want to see what you did. I want to be and don't want to be the only one painting. When you don't know what you're doing, and you're just doing this, in particular with opaque colors, don't do that. Don't do this. This gets you major trouble. I know, it's the truth. Drop that brush, like, subscribe, and ring that bell. You have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week. Bye.